Can you imagine a black hole in Minecraft? A point in space-time at which the laws of physics break down. An object so dense that it has a gravitational acceleration of infinity. Surely, you say, something this monstrous and extreme couldn't possibly exist in the placid voxel world of Minecraft. Well, you would be wrong.
Over 1.5 years ago, I posted a video titled How to Make a Black Hole in Minecraft. That video was inspired by a video by Ant Venom showing off that with the then newly introduced shulker boxes, you could carry 2.7 billion pounds, or roughly 1.22 billion kilograms, in your inventory. At the end of his video, he touched on the fact that if this compression process could be continued, which it could be with NBT pre-filled chests, you could squeeze enough mass into a chest to theoretically create a black hole. My then 7th grade self, desperate to find a unique topic to base a video on, was intrigued by the concept, and so I created the video. But, despite the fact that it is now the most viewed video on my channel, it is of extremely poor quality. Back then, my commentary, editing, and video preparation skills were very low, but those weren't even the main problems of the video. The main problem was that I had multiple misunderstandings about black holes, their nature, and most importantly, how they form. Since I made that video, I have gained the knowledge and skill required to fully explain my original idea. I can show you all the cataclysmic power of singularities, Hawking radiation, and much more. So let's dive in to how to create a black hole in Minecraft. First of all, what even is a black hole? A black hole is an object that has been crushed into such a small space that its gravity exceeds the speed of light. Because not even light can escape its grasp, we perceive it as black. Anything can become a black hole, it just has to be compacted into a sufficiently small space, specifically to a size known as its Schwarzschild radius. It's based upon its mass, meaning that the more massive an object is, the larger its Schwarzschild radius is. But even things as large as planets have tiny Schwarzschild radii. For instance, the Earth, even though it's almost 13,000 kilometers wide and has a mass of a whopping 6 sextillion kilograms, only has a Schwarzschild radius of about 8.87 millimeters. With this information, we can now calculate how massive our black hole in Minecraft would have to be. Using an online calculator, the mass figure that Ant Venom found in his video, and the spherical volume of a double chest that I'll be using for volume instead of a player's volume for simplicity reasons and totally didn't originally calculate in the car on the way to get school supplies, I was able to calculate that for a black hole with a radius of 1.111 meters, the radius of a sphere with the same volume of a double chest, you would need that black hole to have a mass of 7.48 E plus 26 kilograms, or 748 sextillion kilograms. That's nearly 125 times the mass of the Earth. And I can hear you saying, but Jackson, you just said that anything can become a black hole if it's compressed. Can't you just use, I don't know, 1 block's worth of mass and turn that into a smaller black hole? And you wouldn't be completely wrong in suggesting that. But that would have serious complications due to one thing: Hawking radiation. It was originally thought that all matter that fell into a black hole was destroyed, with no way to recover it, like falling into an inescapable pit. But this would violate the law of conservation of mass, which states that matter cannot be created or destroyed, so the matter had to be escaping somehow. Which it is, but to understand how, we need to look at empty space. Empty space really isn't empty. It contains tons of virtual particle-antiparticle pairs that pop into existence and then attract and annihilate each other. Stephen Hawking, the Snoop Dogg of science, discovered that if this occurs right on the event horizon, or edge, of a black hole, one of the particles will get sucked in while the other particle will escape. becoming a real particle. Because of the aforementioned law of conservation of mass, this means that the black hole is very slowly losing mass, because the escape particle has mass and the mass can't come from nowhere. This process was named Hawking radiation, and it means that black holes are in fact evaporating. This evaporation is unfathomably slow, with supermassive black holes estimated to take up to a googol years to fully evaporate. But the smaller a black hole is, the faster it radiates away its mass, and more importantly, the hotter it is. While our black hole with a mass of 748 sextillion kilograms radiates at a temperature of 1600 thousandths of a Kelvin and has a luminosity of only 0.637 zeptowatts, a black hole with a mass of 7.84 kilograms radiates at a temperature of 1.64 sextillion Kelvin, or 1.64 zettakelvin, and has a luminosity of 63,700 yottawatts. That is thousands of times more powerful than the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful nuclear device ever detonated. In a matter of picoseconds, the black hole would radiate its mass away in a blast of 63,000 yottajoules of energy, comparable to the energy required to keep the moon in orbit around the Earth. So we could either crush 125 Earths into a 2-meter sphere and have it devour the entire planet, or you could crush 1 cubic meter of matter into a sphere 14 orders of magnitude smaller than a hydrogen atom and have it disappear in a blast 100,000 times more powerful than the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. Either way, you die. You're either sucked into a huge black hole as it begins its quest to devour the entire Earth, or you're blown away in an explosion equivalent to tens of gigatons of TNT. Take your pick. This is a lose-lose situation. But, apocalyptic consequences aside, now we come to the main question of this video. How exactly would you create a black hole in Minecraft? Seeing as we don't want our black hole to disappear into a Kamehameha X Fusroda explosion as soon as we create it, we'll opt for the 125 Earths option. Like I said earlier, the Earth weighs around 6 sextillion kilograms, which means that 125 Earths would weigh 750 sextillion kilograms, which is a crap ton, and we need to squeeze all of that into a 2.2 meter wide sphere. So how exactly would we do this? By using the block pick feature in Minecraft, we can pick up chests pre-filled with items, denoted by a +NBT tag on the item in the inventory. By filling a chest full of items, picking up the filled chest, filling a chest with the filled chests, and repeating, we can fill chests with chests with chests, and so on, hugely increasing the storage density. Keyword density. The density of the items is increasing with every layer, meaning that if we were to do this enough times, we would have a black hole in our hands. But precisely how many layers would we need? With the gold block being the heaviest item, weighing in at 19.3 thousand kilograms, it will allow us to fit the most mass into the smallest space. A chest can hold 1,728 items in total, meaning that a chest full of gold blocks weighs 33,350,400 kilograms, or about 33.4 teragrams. Now that's a huge amount of mass, but nowhere even close to the amount of mass we need to make a black hole. So we'll just add another layer, which gets us to about 57.5 billion kilograms. That's still not even close, but no problem. We'll just add another layer, and another, and another. In the end, we have to create 8 chest layers before finally reaching critical density, which I would just like to point out is literally impossible in-game because the game gets really angry on the 3rd layer and hangs and crashes while attempting the 4th. But I guess that just goes to show the sheer immensity of black holes. Minecraft just can't handle them, and we don't even really understand them in real life either. They're one of the scariest and most mind-boggling things in our universe. Some of them could be used to traverse massive distances in the blink of an eye. Some of them could be exploited for essentially infinite energy. But right now, we just don't know. They're just a big, dark, and incomprehensible mystery.